Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Ganganasadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Dear Seeker of Truth, welcome. This work that we are going to talk about is one of the most sacred dialogues because it happens between two enlightened beings. One is Ashtavakra, the other is King Janaka, which was Ashtavakra's disciple. So in it you will have a glimpse of the instruction of an enlightened being so that you can achieve liberation, and also the vision of how a liberated being stands, acts, what is his experience. So pay attention to these teachings, fill your heart with surrender, devotion, sacredness, because that is the way to enjoy it the most. May it blossom in your heart. May you also find liberation. Moving on, 10th chapter of Ashtavakra Samhita, title Quietude. This is a very important subject on the spiritual quest. This is where all spiritual practices point to, quietude. So all teachings are about this quietude, this stillness that enables to reflect the light of the self. So Ashtavakra says, cultivate indifference to everything. Having given up kama, desire, which is the enemy, artha, world prosperity, which is attended with mischief, and dharma, performance of good works, which is the cause of these two. So we have spoken again and again about desire being the connection with the world. The only point of the world is for the gratification of desires. So if desires are not there, what purpose does the world suit? Absolutely no purpose. It would be boring, uninteresting, meaningless. Like, wow, so what you want to do? Nothing. So desire is the connection to the world, to this body, and where this body apparently is. And this is all the world. So identification with the body-mind brings identification with the body-mind needs/desires, but it is these desires that bring the connection with the world, the purpose of the world, the meaning of the world, the point of the world. So once you become indifferent to desires, you become indifferent to the whole world. It becomes meaningless. Anartha, world prosperity, because as world prosperity comes, there comes the need to preserve that prosperity, to increase that prosperity, attachment to that prosperity, and that is not good. And artha and dharma, performance of good works, because, like it said here, which is the cause of these two previous. So those good works bring with them worldly prosperity as fruits and sensual enjoyment, and this will feed desire also. So all of these cultivate indifference to all of these, to everything. And these three represent everything because it is the center of human life. Without these, there's no more purpose to human life. So worldly activities, whatever human activities, bodily activities, they center around these three. So cultivate indifference to everything means to this three is also synonymous to everything. And this indifference is towards the scenario, towards whatever is presenting itself, and towards the inner needs. But we will go that. Because it is in this intimate space of perception that desire rise, attention to desire is given, and the quest, the investments for the satisfaction of desire are born. And it is here also that all of this dies. So cultivate complete indifference to this. And he continues. Look upon friends, lands, wealth, houses, wives, presents, and other such marks of good fortune as a dream or as a juggler's show, lasting only a few days. This also is applied to the marks of misfortune, but that's another subject. Here, because it is much more easy to be attached, to give importance, not to give importance, but be attached to the marks of good fortune. So friends, lands, wealth, houses, wives, presents, and others, like a juggler's show, like an illusion. Okay, it is here, fine, whatever that means, but in the next moment, it can disappear. It will disappear eventually. It doesn't matter if it is in 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 50 years, but eventually everything changes. So it's just a show. So look at this as a juggler's show, as an illusion that lasts a few days only, an illusion that will change, that will pass. So don't be impressed with whatever surroundings are there, whatever circumstances are there, and don't take these things as yours. Just see it as a dream, as an illusion that lasts its own time. And whatever brought that will take it away. It's a matter of time. It's not uncertain, it's certain. Something will change. So don't take these things personally. They are there, okay, but look at them as a dream, as an illusion, because that's really what it is. But it feeds on you. It preys on the importance that you give it from a mistaken perspective. I jump the page. Yes. Know that wherever there is desire, there is the world. Betaking yourself to firm non-attachment, go beyond desire and be happy. So again, wherever there is desire, there is the world. One gives birth to the other. Not only birth, but sustenance, which is through purpose, through importance given. So whenever there is desire, there is the world. They are the same thing. So for the one who is free from desires, the world disappears. So if the world has not disappeared, you're not free from desires. And that goes against popular belief because seekers often think they are free from desire, but that's just, well, an idea. So be taking yourself to firm non-attachment. Non-attachment means I'm not making the attachment. I'm not allowing for the attachment to happen. It's different from detachment. Detachment means I have attached, I have grown attachment to something, and I'm trying to detach. This is non-attachment. And this is the same line in this indifference. And this is, look, a plane is coming in front of the eyes, and I am being indifferent to it. My mind is not being agitated by it. In the least, it is quiet, stillness. So quietude is same as stillness. There are no modifications in the mind, just stillness. And this indifference, again, not only to circumstances that come to me, whatever that means, but those that rise from within, whatever that means also. So whatever is rising, the need for acceptance, love, recognition, appreciation, pleasure, whatever, I'm being indifferent to it. My mind is not being agitated by it. And whatever is coming in the circumstances, changes in the circumstances, I'm being indifferent to them also, not being agitated. And these previous ones, this friends, lands, wealth, house, wives, all of this, it's easy to create attachment. And when it changes, a lot of suffering, disturbances, a lot of intense modifications in the mind, no quietude. You're not seeing it as a dream. You're seeing it as real, as important. So be taking yourself to firm non-attachment. That means whatever is coming, I am not creating attachments. Through complete indifference to what is there, I am not creating attachments. So by firm non-attachment, that means there's no exceptions. I'm practicing non-attachment to everything. And for that, I must observe things coming without interfering in them, and things going without interfering in them. Without creating any sense of enjoyment from it, and any sense of displeasure from it. Cultivating complete indifference and firm non-attachment. And be happy. Because this is it. Attachment is created because of pleasure, that for many equals happiness. But once you detach from illusion, there is the realization of the self, and this is happiness. Real happiness. So be happy. Return to your natural state. So this is about quietude, stillness, a mind that doesn't, how do you say this? That doesn't get disturbed. No agitation. It doesn't get impressed. It is pure stillness, no modifications of the mind. And this is the mind that can reflect the light of the self. This is the mind that will dissolve. Bondage consists only in desire, and the destruction of desire is said to be liberation. Only by non-attachment to the world does one attain the constant joy of realization of the self. And this is, well, simple, but this is complicated. And many seekers, when they listen to this, and if not ready for this teaching, they will say, well, but what's the point of the world? Exactly, no point. But then I will be what? A vegetable. Many things like this that a master has to listen. But either you're an illusion or you have waken up. Both at the same time, no. So bondage consists only in desire, like I said. The world stands there because there is desire. If there's absolutely no desire for the world, it will not be able to maintain itself. Your eyes will not be able to remain closed to reality, because that only maintains itself through your firm belief, through your aspirations, hopes in the world. That's what maintains the world, nothing else. So bondage consists only in desire. Whence desire is solved, when it is eradicated, the world has to dissolve also. And the idea that by quenching desires, by satisfying desires, gratifying desires, that it is solved. But that's naive, because desires, the gratification of desires brings attachment and also more desires. And it is unending. And it doesn't matter. There's not small things and big things. There's just things and the need for things and the need to be attached. That's what it is. So if the seeker has a palace, he may be attached to the palace. But if he has just a small stick, he may be as attached to it as with the palace. Some smart says, so there's no difference, so I'll just stay in the castle. No, because the one with the stick, even so his attachment is big to that stick. But if the rest is already solved, then he has that stick only to take care. The one with the castle is not just a castle, it's a lot of things that come with the castle. So it's a lot more to detach from. So who's closer from detachment? And we will go to that point where we will see about, because there's many theories, but there's a difference in the teachings, in the understanding of it all, from teachings which are for the deluded one, and the teachings that are the direct expression of the experience of the enlightened one. Both are useful, but they are not the same. They are useful in different situations. So the teachings for the blind ones, it is the ones that you have to embrace. And the descriptions given by the enlightened ones is an attitude you cultivate towards things, depending on what it is. But we will have the opportunity to go into it. So bondage consists only in desire, and the destruction of desire is said to be liberation. This is the main thing. So if we say that, okay, so only practice is this, well, it's a good practice. So don't need to do anything else, just this. Yes, but that is not possible. That is not possible. neglecting the rest, detachments, renunciations, and other things, doesn't work. Okay.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.